And Moses joins us for our first look at sports now, talking college basketball and our local Rustlers. It's been kind of a mix and match with both of them.
Yeah, you know what? We'll have to start with the ladies first because I like this story. The ladies looked very impressive in two must-win games against two South teams. And starting with those women against Medicine Hat, Friday night, the Rustlers, well, we're behind the Rattlers in the standings for that final playoff spot. But from the word go, the Rustlers on that night never relented. They would win 64-38. Then they showed up the next afternoon, going up 27-8 after one quarter against Briarcrest en route to an 89-36 victory. A pleased head coach Chris King, impressed with his consistency from his starters to the bench.
I can say the first time this year we played back-to-back consistent efforts. Extremely proud of the girls. We played really hard defensively. I thought we dominated loose balls and all the effort in the game, and it really showed on the outcome of both those games.
As for the men, they suffered a heartbreaking loss on Friday, 83-81, but bounced back nicely in their second game Saturday, beating Briarcrest in a shootout, 115-112. Both teams get ready for back-to-back games against King's College starting Friday. Last night, the Lloydminster Bandits played a makeup game with the Vegreville Rangers. The Bandits would snap their skid of 2014 by not losing the game, or actually winning by a score of 7-1. Well, now throughout the year, the Bobcats get interviewed by the one and only Matt Schumont. As you can imagine, that's a pretty big deal. However, on this week's Beyond the Boards, Matt talked to a couple of Cats who had the chance to be interviewed on the big stage during Hockey Night in Canada.
All right, Tanner, now yourself, you've done many interviews with me before, but last Saturday you had the chance to go on Hockey Night in Canada for an interview. So when they called your name initially, what was going through your mind?
I don't know. I was like, I thought it was just to go up and get that trophy, but then Malcolm said that I had to do an interview on CBC. I started getting the shakes and a little bit of a dry mouth, and I was very nervous. I definitely was.
Basically, I was just thinking, don't screw up. You know, I was on national television. All my friends saw me, so if I would have screwed up, it would have been pretty embarrassing.
Okay, now that part's pretty cool, but the other part is when they put that towel around your neck with the CBC logo on it, you know, that's got to be a pretty cool experience right there too.
Yeah, for sure. It was cool, like, because you see the NHL guys get interviewed, they have the same towel, and I was taking it off after, and she said, no, just keep it. I was just like, that's pretty cool.
Now going back with the towel, we kind of talked off camera, but what exactly did you do with that towel?
I gave it to my dad. I think he's going to do something with it. I know that towel's pretty special, I think. My uncle said that, you know, a lot of NHL players want that towel, so, you know, I thought I'd make something special out of it.
Did the boys give you a hard time after the interview? Because I know CBC is one big deal there.
You know what they did? They talked very fast, and I looked very nervous. So, yeah, they did give me a little bit of a hard time.
They're giving me a hard time. They're mostly just happy I scored. You know, there's kind of some bets going to see who would score the first goal, and I got it, so it was good.